Hello all and welcome to INT1112 certification. In this particular lesson, I want to talk about the importance of the A+ certification. First of all, a little bit of history about me. I've been in the industry of IT about 13 years. I was previously in the military for 20 years. I got out, retired, and then went to school and got into the IT industry. And some of my first items that I completed was to get certified in A+, CompTIA A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. And that really opened the door for me to make that transition from a military personnel to an IT professional. And then since then, I've been in the industry. I try to keep my certifications current. And currently I am working as a IT manager in a larger corporation and have been doing so for about 5 years now. So I can tell you that the door opened for me once I went into and got that certification. So the A+ certification typically covers hardware for different types of computers, maybe desktops, laptops. It is generally about the hardware and the overview of those items, and certainly can get you started in a help desk or service desk role in the IT field. It is absolutely recognized by everyone in the industry as the certification to start with to get you going into the field. So I want you to imagine that you're sick and you go to the doctor, and the doctor is not a specialist in the heart, and tries to diagnose something that you have with regards to your heart, right? The first thing you're going to do is say, well, you're going to question the diagnosis, because that doctor may be a doctor in family medicine, but not a doctor in the heart, right? So the doctors typically make some sort of diagnosis, but then outpatient you to the correct source, to the correct person that can help you with that. So take your A+ certification as that, right? Your customers, even if you want to start your own business in computer repair, which most of us do in the beginning, your customers want that certification. They want to know that you have the valid skills necessary to fix or diagnose problems with regards to hardware. And the way you can show that you have that skill is through this certification, right? So what INT1112 does is you've taken your INT1110 and 1111 and you've built up in LabSim, and you've done those items, right? And you're building. So now you're on that final step, right? Take the INT1112, then schedule yourself for A+ certification, and then you move forward and go into that certification. So the importance is absolutely necessary. You've accumulated to the level where now you're in LabSim, test out, you're taking those relevant courses, and then you're going to take that next step into CompTIA A+. I can tell you that it's absolutely wonderful. It's recognized by the industry. The CompTIA is always changing, right? I think it's on 901, but we're about to go up to the next level in the 1000s, and there are 2 tests to take to get your A+ certification, right? There's a part 1 and a part 2. Each of those are about 90 minutes. So you are absolutely going in the right direction. I can tell you that through experience and through knowledge, the LabSim test outs are absolutely wonderful. They are giving you that hands-on experience. However, they do not change, right? So once you're certified, they do update, right, to relevant content. But once you certify in LabSim test out, you're certified for life. Whereas CompTIA is a 3-year cycle. You have to recertify every 3 years, or you have what's called the CE, which is continuing education, and you do so many hours, you submit that work to CompTIA, and they go ahead and recertify you based on the position that you hold and the education that you've done. So with any certification or whatnot, it is very relevant to stay in tune, stay focused, and LabSim does update, and you can continue to take that. But once you certify, you are certified for life. The test out LabSim content is much different from CompTIA, but the reason why I like LabSim test out is because you're actually doing hands-on. So you're logging in to a PC, to a computer, you're doing the work, right? You're clicking and dragging, or you're making a configuration change on a computer that simulates the real world environment. So it's absolutely wonderful for that aspect. Whereas CompTIA has more of a knowledge depth check, right? It's asking you questions. It's asking you to do some sort of event-driven questions, maybe pull downs, maybe match, maybe lab scenarios, but also testing that knowledge and definition aspect or whatnot. So I can tell you it's absolutely relevant. To get started in the career, it is necessary to get some sort of certification behind you. A+ is an excellent way to start. And then from there you can go on and go to Network Plus or Security Plus, or some of the vendor specific certifications such as Cisco or Microsoft or whatever you're going to be working in. It helps you align with what you're going to do in your position and in your job, and it is absolutely a wonderful thing to do. So I encourage you to take a deep dive, do your test out, do your LabSim, and look into the certification for what you want to be in the IT industry. Okay, thanks for joining me.